Hello everyone, this is Dr. Arindam Chattopadhyay again, also known as Dr. Chat, and basically I'm one of the GP trainees or family medicine trainees currently training in the east of England. And in this video I'll be discussing with you the different mental health aspects while you're working in the NHS. Working in the NHS is in no way perfect, and obviously there can be times when you can feel overwhelmed and quite stressed at work. So I'll be sharing with you my top tips on basically combating the stress at work while working in the NHS. So my first tip would be to utilize your annual leaves judiciously. Whenever you're starting off in the NHS, you get 27 days of annual leave, which is quite generous, to be honest. And while you get this, it's quite important that you try to book them in advance. The reason I say that is because they need at least 6 weeks of notice before you get any annual leaves, and for them to basically get around the rota and juggle things around a bit so that they can accommodate your annual leave. So it is quite important that you do that. The reason I say that is because you might want to go for any sort of vacation. You might want to, take some time off work because you're feeling a bit overwhelmed or stressed. It will give you a time to basically recuperate from all the stress that you've been facing at work. It will also help you pursue your hobbies, which is also quite important, and so that it keeps your mental health and well-being in top shape. So it's quite important that you utilize your annual leaves completely. There's absolutely no point in just wasting them because the money that you get for the annual leaves is quite meager, in my opinion. And so it's very important that you keep taking regular annual leaves. What I generally do is I might, go on a vacation at least once a year. So I usually book a 2 weeks slot, and then whenever I'm not on call. And the other thing is maybe if I want to take, like, for example, if I'm off on Saturday and Sunday, I might take the Thursday and Friday or either of these 2 days off, so that my weekend becomes longer, so that I have more time to rest and get ready for the next week. So all of these things are quite important, so make sure you use your annual leaves quite well. The second thing that I would like to discuss is about diet and exercise. It's quite important that you keep taking regular breaks. I think after 4 hours of work you should at least take 30 minutes of break. And even if you're not able to take that, it's quite important that you keep your energy levels up by having a proper lunch, or you can have some small quick meals in between work whenever it is a little bit quieter, and you can go and have a bite, or so that you can combat something I call as being hangry. And what that means is whenever you're hungry, you will your behavior obviously changes. The glucose levels drops in the body. You don't feel like working anymore. So it is quite important that you keep your energy levels up. And also the other thing is, including eating, it's also quite important that you keep your hydration levels up by drinking water regularly. All these things do make us simple things, but they make a big difference while you're working in the NHS. So these points are quite important. Sometimes while working in the NHS, even after you're doing all these things correctly, it can be quite overwhelming, especially whenever you have been working for long periods of time, not taking any annual leave. But even if you have, it can get quite stressful, and you might feel that you are something we call as burning out. So in this case, I would recommend to to talk to your consultant at work or your educational or clinical supervisor at work and have a meeting with them. Obviously, they are quite busy, but they will be able to accommodate you if you email them in advance. It's important that you have a discussion with them about the difficulties that you're facing at work. And obviously they will try to look at solutions to best support you. I remember when I started working in the NHS last year, I just arrived 1 week before the country went into lockdown. It was a very stressful time, and while starting off in the NHS, 4-5 months down the line, I felt that I was on the verge of burning out. So what I did was I talked to my consultant, who was kind enough to accommodate my working patterns and see how they could best support me. And then they offered me support in terms of occupational health. When I talked to the occupational health physician, they recommended that I go to NHS Practitioners Health, which is a free service. Obviously for all the NHS staff, especially for doctors and my colleagues like yourself, it is quite helpful. They listen to you. They can also, if you're feeling down or depressed, they can obviously provide further support in terms of medication if you want to try them. Even if you don't want to try, they can offer support in terms of CBT. I'd just like to say that I've had very good reviews, and I myself have been through this. So I would highly recommend that if you're, even after doing all the right things, if you're feeling stressed at work, overwhelmed at work, you think that you're about to burn out. So before you break down, obviously, it's quite important that you basically refer yourself to NHS Practitioners Health. I will make sure I put a link in the description down below so that you can access their website, their wellbeing resources. It's also quite important that you take advantage of the wellbeing hubs in your trusts. Every trust has got one, and obviously if you do have concerns regarding work itself, obviously there are resources such as Freedom to Speak Up Guardian in every trust. You can talk to them anonymously whenever you want to discuss certain things in the department, and they'll make sure that they raise it up in the department. But obviously your health and your mental health of all things is quite important, and it's because of burning out, I think we are losing quite a lot of colleagues. So before that happens, I think it's obviously your and the trust responsibility that they take care of you. And obviously NHS Practitioners Health has been massively helpful in my case, especially. I remember that I had I was on some medication. I've successfully completed the course, and now I have also completed the CBT sessions, which has helped me immensely in basically improving my mental health and general well-being in general, and so that I'm in optimal position to work in the NHS. So I really hope that helps. If you want to discuss something about it, feel free to email me. I'll put down my email in the description below. And obviously try the things that you all these things that I mentioned. It's also quite important that you exercise quite a lot, not over the board, but enough so that it's important to keep your health up. Exercising, obviously, there were times when I couldn't exercise. I was quite stressed at work. Every time I used to come home, I just used to go, I just went straight to bed, and there was nothing I could do. But now I'm able to basically exercise. I built it up. It does take time. I built it up once a week, and then twice a week, and now I'm at thrice a week exercise regime. And obviously exercising can be as simple as brisk walking 30 minutes a week, 30 minutes a day, or intense exercise if you want to go to the gym. I personally go to the gym. I think that helps me with my and it has helped me immensely with my anxiety and depression. I think using all these resources is quite important. There is always, remember that there is support available around you. You are not alone. And obviously if there's anything, obviously you can email me on the email provided below, and I'll make sure that you get the right help that you rightly deserve. So with that, I leave you, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.